look, you bought the house. You signed the 30-year mortgage. You smiled for that photo holding the giant plastic key like you just won a game show hosted by a golden retriever. You thought you were buying an asset. You thought you were locking in your costs. But it turns out you didn't just buy a home. You accidentally signed up for the world's most expensive subscription service you can't cancel. New data just dropped, and it's brutal. The hidden costs of owning a home in America have now surged to nearly $16,000 a year. That's not your mortgage. That's not your principal. That's just the cost of keeping the lights on and the roof off your dinner table. $16,000. That's a used Honda Civic every single year, disappearing like a magic trick you didn't agree to. But hang on. Because if you think that hurts, wait until you see what the people building these homes are doing, or what they aren't doing. Because while insurance companies and tax assessors are draining your wallet, home builders, the people who are supposed to be fixing this whole supply mess, are looking at the economy with the same excitement as a cat staring at a bathtub full of water. They've stopped building, rate cuts or not, resilient economy or not. Something is broken deep in the engine room of the housing market. And if you own a home right now, you're sitting in the blast radius. Here's the part that no one put in the brochure. You're getting squeezed from both sides right now, and your equity is what's getting crushed. On one side, you've got the invisible landlord, insurance premiums, property taxes, and maintenance costs jumping faster than a billionaire's ego. On the other side, you've got the builder strike. Fresh numbers from the National Association of Home Builders show that builder sentiment is sitting at a 38. 38. Anything under 50 is considered negative. 38 is depressed teenager listening to the Smiths in a darkroom levels of negative. And here's why you should care. The Fed cut rates. They told us that was the magic pill. Cheap money. Go build houses. Save the American dream. And builders, they looked at that, looked at their spreadsheets, and basically said, nah. This is a trial balloon for a frozen market, a coordinated pause. Nearly half of builders say they are terrified of the labor market. They can't find workers, and when they can't afford them. So they stop building. When builders stop building, supply stays low. When supply stays low, your home value stays artificially high. When your home value stays high, your taxes stay high, your insurance stays high, everything stays high. That's the trap. A system designed to make your carrying costs explode while the actual economy wheezes in the background. They're turning homeowners into renters who just happen to be responsible for their own plumbing disasters. And yes, I've got the receipts. I mean, let's talk about that $16,000 elephant in the room. Zillow and Thumbtack found that hidden ownership expenses now total $15,977 a year. You round that up because, something in your house will break tomorrow, and you're right at 16 grand. That's a 26% jump since 2020. Has your income gone up 26%? Didn't think so. Unless you're designing AI chips or running a hedge fund, your income has stayed flat. But your subscription fee for living in your home, skyrocketing. So let's break it down. Maintenance, about $11,000 a year. And we all know that's real. I mean, you fix the water heater and suddenly the dishwasher files for retirement. Labor costs are inflated because nobody goes to trade school anymore. They're all reviewing luxury water on TikTok. So you're paying a premium for a guy named Dave to look at your HVAC, sigh dramatically and tell you it'll be $4 grand to replace a fan belt. Then comes the main event, insurance. Homeowners insurance is up 48% in 5 years. That's not inflation. That's a shakedown. Insurers look at climate data. They look at replacement costs. They look at your bank account and decide that they want all of it. And if you don't pay, you're in default. It's the perfect trap. You must have the insurance. They know you must have it, so they charge whatever they want. It's like being stuck in a heating room with a vending machine that sells water for $50. You're buying the water. Next, property taxes. The average bill is about $3,000, but in any decent area, double it. Why? Because home values are up. Are they really? Or is the dollar just worth less? Doesn't matter. The tax assessor sees a number and sends you a bill. So you have this thing called equity, this thing called wealth. But you can't eat equity. You can't pay your electric bill with equity. You're sitting on a pile of gold that charges you rent. Now let's check the other side, the builders. In a normal economy, prices go up. Builders build more. Supply, it balances out. But we're not in a normal economy. We're in advanced weirdness 404. The NAHB index came in at 38. They expected a bounce. They got a thud. Rate cuts were supposed to be the adrenaline shot. Instead, it was like giving a Red Bull to a sloth. The sloth is still slow. Now it just has heart palpitations. Why? 45% of builders say the labor market is killing them. Materials are pricey, land is insane, and 60% of builders are offering incentives just to move the few units they have built. Price cuts, rate buydowns, free upgrades. Please take this house, we'll throw in a pony. They're desperate to sell, terrified to build, and that creates a nightmare for you. When builders pull back, the inventory shortage gets worse. When supply drops, prices for existing homes stay high. And my home is worth more becomes my taxes are up, my insurance is up, and if I sell, where the hell am I gonna live? The builder's gloom is your doom. They are the canary in the coal mine, and that canary is lying on its back asking for a bailout. This breaks the narrative. The news tells you we've had a soft landing. If the landing is so soft, why are builders too scared to pour concrete? If the landing is so soft, why does it cost you $16,000 a year just to exist in your house? Because the landing is soft for the banks, soft for the government stats, not for you. For you, it's a slow squeeze, disguised as market appreciation. And look, I know what you're thinking. Am I crazy? Am I bad with money? Why do I feel broke when everyone tells me I'm doing well? Well, you're not crazy. You're being gaslit by a spreadsheet. There's the paper economy, the stock market, GDP, your Zestimate, and then there's the kitchen table economy, where you actually live. And at the kitchen table, $16,000 in holding costs is a crisis. It erodes your retirement. It eats your extra income. It turns your house into a liability you sleep inside. If you question the inflation numbers, they call you a conspiracy theorist. But when your insurance doubles, that's not a theory. That's a withdrawal. You're right to feel squeezed. You're right to sense something's off because something is off. But now that you see the trap, we can diffuse it. So what do? Do we curl up in the unfinished basement and wait for a foreclosure notice? No. We go full Jason Bourne. Wake up, sit up, look around. Realize the people trying to drain you have never met someone with your level of stubbornness. Stop treating your home like a cozy nest. Start treating it like a business under hostile takeover. And here's the battle plan. Step 1, the insurance audit. Shop your insurance today. Loyalty is a tax. If your premium jumped more than 10%, call 3 brokers. Raise the deductible. Self-insure the small stuff. Quit paying the lazy tax. Step 2, the tax protest. Property taxes are not divine law. They're an opinion, and opinions can be challenged. Use builder incentives and price cuts as ammo. 1 hour fighting your assessment can save you money every year forever. Step 3, defensive maintenance. Most of that $11,000 maintenance bill is catastrophic failures, so fix the cheap stuff early. Walk your property like security patrol. Stop small leaks before they become equity-draining disasters. And step 4, the equity shield. If you've got equity but no cash, you're exposed. Open a HELOC. You don't need to use it, just have it. Get the umbrella while the sun is still shining. Listen to me. The era of buy it and forget it is gone. Passive home ownership, it's dead. We're in active defense now. Builders are nervous. Insurers are hungry. The tax man is circling. Every one of them treating your house like an all-you-can-eat buffet. But that's just the obvious stuff. That's the part you can see. What gets most homeowners isn't the big headlines. It's the blind spots, the things you never even think to check, the quiet tax hikes, the insurance clauses, the title vulnerabilities, the data trails tied to your address. That's what turns a home into a stack of surprise bills instead of the asset it's supposed to be. And that's exactly why I pulled this next video out here for you to watch next. It shows you how simple it is to treat your home the way a business treats its best asset, with a quick 60-second checkup that exposes the risks most people never catch until it's too late. You'll see exactly what that looks like in this video here. Once you watch it, all those hidden moving parts finally click into place. You'll know where you're exposed, where you're solid, and where one tiny adjustment can save you a ton of money and stress.